And there's our faces.
Well, hello there.
Well, hello there. Sit down, stay a while. Well, let's get started. What do you say? We're here for Wildemount Session 1. We did Session 0 last week. There was a scare of not playing tonight, but we pulled through. Lynn, yes. I was scared. I was low-key like, oh, really sad.
I had to cast some healing on my computer.
But we did it. We're here. So we're here for Session 1, our Wildemount campaign, which is being titled Beyond Amends. We'll get into what that means. You'll see it progress throughout the campaign. But before we get started, we do got a couple sponsors that we got to go through. We have the old tried and true Skull Splitter dice. If you need some metal dice, Ty's going to hold up his dice canister every time. Dice roller. Go ahead and scroll down to the bottom of the Twitch page, and you can click the Skull Splitter dice logo and use the promo code FeatherFall. Get 10% off your first order. They got amazing dice, and I will be honest, once you roll metal dice, you will not go back to anything else ever. I can't. I have a whole thing of dice back there, and I just can't do it. Next is Found Familiar Coffee, so go to foundfamiliar.com/FeatherFall and use the promo code FeatherFall for 10% off your first order. Great people, great coffee. They support the local community here, D&D community, tabletop community. Just go check them out. If you don't want to buy anything, go check them out. They're amazing people. So, last sponsor, new to the channel, which is going to be our very own Ty's DM Emporium. Ty, since you're here, I'll let you give a plug.
DMEmporium.com is it's kind of a website that I went ahead and put together, trying to get everybody like this one-stop shop for like everything I can find to get in the store. We've got the dice where like you were saying, metal dice. Once you feel like the weight of the roll, it's super hard to go back to anything else. So we got dice. We got like drinking horns and stuff for like, so when you're sitting there, you're like, man, I don't like drinking out of this plastic cup. It breaks my immersion. Fix that with a Viking drinking horn. We've got tunics, bases, flock, paintbrushes. We're trying to make it a one-stop shop, and we get more all the time. So if you check us out and use the code FeatherFall, not only do you get 5% off of your entire order, no matter how much you order, but 5% of that will go straight to building the FeatherFall community and building this amazing opportunity for you to come and get all of the content with all of the one-offs, all the delightful people. And if you check out the server, I believe they just dropped a one-off sign-up sheet. So if you're interested in playing a little bit of horror with our wonderful DMs and everybody here, check it out in the little description down there. There's a little click on the Discord thing.
Thanks, Ty. Appreciate that. Yeah, check them out. It's great. We also do have a new logo, so we'll talk about that real quick. We use Jelly Melly Draws on Twitter for that logo. It's amazing. It is a dice that's crumbling, dissolving into feathers. Featherfall. Great, right? Good idea. Smart. We do have some new emotes. So if you are a subscriber, check those out. Those should be there for you. We also got a new sub badge or loyalty badge. So if you've been with the group for 12 months, you are now the Archmage, which is amazing. And also, it is, I believe it's Ty's Nemesis.
My nemesis!
Yeah, so I just posted it in there, and it's there. It's great.
That's awesome.
So, hey, Panda Cobra, thanks for the follow, and Listen Clover, thanks for the follow. Appreciate those. Once we get started, we won't be announcing that stuff, so we appreciate everybody watching and everybody follows. I will say a couple new things are channel points. So if you have channel points out there and they just accumulate over time, you can use those to help the cast here. There's inspiration, there's give a D4, there's give advantage, stuff like that out there. There's also name an NPC for 10,000. That number is going to go up to probably 100,000 because it's not that hard to get to if you watch. But I'm also giving, if you're a subscriber, you get the chance to name an NPC in this campaign. If it's ludicrous or crazy or something like that. I mean, not ludicrous, like that's a rapper. I probably won't put him in here. If the name is crazy, I will probably say, let's pick a new name, because I'm not going to put something either inappropriate or doesn't really fit the theme of the show. So with all of that said, we'll go around the table, just let everybody introduce themselves. We did the session 0, but give everybody the chance. We have some new faces that you may not be familiar with. So we're going to start in the bottom right on your screen which would be Belle. Belle, if you want to introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm Belle. Hi, I use she, her pronouns. I'm excited to be here and stumble my way through many nat ones.
Okay, we'll go up to Travis. Travis, I mean, you've been here. We all know who you are, but go ahead one more time.
I'm Travis. Not as new to D&D as I used to be, but I'm going to give you a challenge for that natural ones there, Belle.
There is not a toilet bowl prize, so it's okay. Ty.
Hi, I'm Ty. DM Emporium, as you all know. I also stream my own game on Tuesdays. You can catch it at twitch.tv/Hitchhiker of the Mind. If you want overly complicated courts of the Fae and all sorts of cool stuff, next week there's going to be kind of like a miniature like Fae like Olympic Games with like riddle contests and like mazes, all sorts of craziness. If you want to come check that out. Also, you can catch me on Friends Who Roll Dice. I play Jotra Quill Sharpener. That'll be tomorrow, Thursdays. There's a Zurf Neblin artificer who has agoraphobia, so that's entertaining, I hope. But other than that, I'll be playing Brant here, and I can't wait for y'all to meet him.
Perfect. Chris?
My name's Chris. You can find me everywhere at 2socks05 on Twitter, in the Discord down below. I hang out with FeatherFall all the time. Run Curse of Strahd every other Sunday. That's coming up in a week and a half. I'll be playing in the Force and Destiny game that starts on Sunday as well. Looking forward to that. And yeah, there we are.
Perfect. And Lynn?
Hi, everybody. I'm the one who had the scare with the computer, so I'm so happy to be here tonight. I'm Lynn. I write stuff, I stream stuff, I edit stuff. You may know me from Uncaged Anthology. I've got an adventure in Volume 1. I edit all kinds of other things, so find me on DM's Guild. But you can also find me when I'm not here. I'm on the Onyx Path on Tuesdays playing a good doggo. So if you want to get your animal fixed, you can watch some Pugmire. I'm just kind of all over, so happy to be here, joining the family.
I love it. And me, I'm Bob. I'm been with FeatherFall for a while. I'm owner, co-founder with Chris here. And I run Wildemount, and I'm going to be running Force and Destiny. I also play in Curse of Strahd, so yeah, we're busy. Perfect. So that's the cast. Into the channel a little bit, channel FeatherFall Tabletop. So we do a bunch of various things. I will say our schedule is changing a little bit. Every Wednesday we'll be here with Wildemount. Every Sunday will either be Curse of Strahd one Sunday, or the next Sunday it will be Force and Destiny, which is the Star Wars Fantasy Flight Games roleplay game. It's pretty fun. And
you
then
want to watch that stream.
Exactly. Jedi mind trick. But we also we're starting season 3 of our one-shots. So if you're interested, the first one was posted for June 8th. It's going to be the continuation of the Bundle of Horrors from Arcane Library. So it will be, Chris, do you remember the name off the top of your head? All right.
Valley of the Gilded Tower.
Valley of the Gilded Tower.
So gilded.
Yeah.
So that is it. We'll go ahead and reread the prologue, which was in session 0, just to give us a start, and we're going to jump in. So is there anything anybody wants to bring up before we start? Get all the streaming loosey-gooseys out. Okay. So the year is 835 PD, and the small skirmishes that have been the norm for the past century or two were contained to the Ashkeeper Peaks. In the last month or so, there have been more sightings of Kryn deeper in the Empire. Mysterious magic and experiments have been seen with the Cerberus Assembly by Lady Vestirogna. Increasing accounts of long-since forgotten monstrosities have been popping up around the countryside, and the local militia being drafted into the increasing conflict at the border. Towns are left defenseless. But these are just rumors. The Empire says that everything is okay, and if this was happening, don't worry, we're safe. The Empire will protect you. The story starts at the town of Trustenwald. With the Zenith Festival 2 days drawing near, Starosta Langer is growing increasingly concerned with some of the stories in the town. She put out a notice for assistance to help keep everyone safe during this joyous time. And it sounds like 4 of our party members have heeded that call. And for these makeshift adventurers, they are allowed 1 block of time during office hours, and that block of time is now. So all four of you, we're gonna say. I'm gonna butcher some names for a little bit. I apologize. Fowlane. Nope. Say it again for me. I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's Fwylon.
Fwylon. Got it. I will remember it. Fwylon, Brant, Quinn, and Amethyl. Nailed it. Got it. Are all outside of the Starosta's office. And you've been in Trustenwald for maybe a day or two. You understand it. Maybe some of you a little bit longer. But sitting at a desk is the Starosta's, I'm not going to say secretary, but their, note taker. He's a taller gentleman, balding. He just has kind of the circle of hair and just a fine gray mustache. Elderly, no glasses. And he's writing at the desk. And so this is where you all come in.
All right. I kind of like elbow Quinn to talk. You speak more well than I do.
I'm sorry. Could you speak up? I can't hear you. Very busy. Are you? I mean, clearly, there's many people here. You are next in line. What's going to help you with?
Yes, Queen. And this is my friend Brant, and we have heeded the call.
Oh, you have come. Okay. So for meeting with the Starosta is not going to happen today. I know it does say that you have an hour time to meet, but Starosta is very busy today. She has given, and he kind of points back to you, Fwylon and Amethyl. He points back to you. Are you here as well for the listing that was posted to help?
Yes, of course. I am here to help with whatever issues you have.
So we've had a lot of people trying, and he kind of sizes all of you up and says, you all may be the most capable yet, but what I would like to say is that please, if you're going to do this, please do your best. But first mission, I shouldn't ramble. I mean, first thing that the Starosta is going to need you to deal with, there has been a grifter sighted at the bar. This grifter he's not from around town, and you could tell he just may be up to no good. So Starosta is very clear on what you should be doing. Is if you want to help, please just see what this grifter is up to. See what they may want.
Sorry, mate, to get this correct, you are looking for bouncers.
No, this is the easiest task that I could give you right now. And he kind of looks and flips through pages.
There is plenty of time for you to give someone else these pitiful tasks. We are here. We are much, as you said, more qualified than your average adventurers. I summon a little flame into my hand, kind of whirl it around, and then make it go away. So if we can skip to like the better paying or even the more harder jobs that that you're clearly needing help with, I think the bar owner, they can give them a drink, talk to them. You can go to them later and find out exactly what it is that they are needing, while we will, of course, do whatever is a little more to our capabilities. Or we can go be bouncers.
I understand, but what I do ask is that, to get the bigger fish, you got to catch the smaller fish first.
That is not how fishing works. To catch the bigger fish, you use good bait. This is not good bait if you want to catch us, the bigger fish, to work for you for doing better jobs.
You must not be from around here. That's how fishing works here.
I'm from the coast, where I know fishing very well.
Technically, small fish is good bait. If we want to be specific. So we catch small fish, then the larger fish. But I think it is not a good metaphor for this situation.
See, she knows exactly what it is I'm talking of. Very well, we'll deal with your small fish.
Kind of.
And he turns to Fwylon. I am Brant, by the way. And he shake yours.
It takes a moment before she sort of is like, oh, and reaches out to shake your hand. She says, I am Fwylon. It is nice to meet you.
I have a feeling you are also not from around here, and that is wonderful.
Thank you. No, I am not. And who are you? Where motions to our silent companion.
Reese, do you want to speak for yourself, Quinn? Or are you... Oh, I didn't even see you there.
I do not think that she was speaking to me. It was more to you, and I'll point over to Amethel. I am Quince Curio. It is a pleasure to meet you. Feolan.
Foilan.
Foilan.
Foilan. It's fine. You will get it. Sure.
Yeah.
You're like Fraulein, only with a little more...
It is kind of like Ziket. But I take it we are doing this job together.
If
the four of us.
He chimes in, well, not really together. I mean, you only get one payout for this if you do the job. It's a payout per job. But this is the job to get bigger jobs. I guess my analogy before wasn't good enough. But you do small jobs, you get bigger jobs. You catch small fish, you use it as bait for bigger fish. It still works.
I am confused. I do not mind assisting the Starosta with issues, but are there not guards? Do you not have some sort of regular person who is paid to do these kinds of things?
If I had to take my guess, I am thinking that they are already using them for other jobs, as it is an entire festival. Guards are commonly used as commonly run thin during these events.
Well,
in my experience.
Yes, you use the big fish to catch, or the small fish to catch the big fish. You do the small jobs to get the big jobs. So before you can earn the trust of the Starosta, you do need to do these things. These small jobs, I mean, it should take you no longer. But I will answer your question, Foilan, is why do we not have local militia? I'm not sure if you've been familiar with what's happening, but there is a big war going on, and a lot of our local militia have been heeded the call of service.
Brant, are you okay with... I mean, no offense to these two here. Are you okay with working a job with someone new?
He kind of takes a look. He looks over. Sure. There's plenty of other ways to meet people, but this is one of my favorites. And I don't believe you have the chance to introduce yourself.
Amethel will just be, just offer up a charming smile. Well, I love meeting new people, whatever the circumstance. So my name is Amethel. Nice to meet you. She just offers a hand to shake it to each person in turn. So, whoever's closest, and then work their way down.
Is this your first time in Trostenwald?
Have
you been here long? Brant and we're kind of regulars here and can definitely show you around.
Well, that's perfectly lovely. Thank you so much.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. We should probably get to business. What did you want us to do with this Grifter? Is it like prison or?
Well, figure out what is really happening. Why are they here? I don't like to typecast people, but he just looks like the unsavory type. And with the big Zenith festival coming, I would just not like him to be a problem.
So there is nothing like xenophobia, huh?
It's xenophobia, Brant. This is why I keep you around. Is this
learning these words you give me?
Is this man? Does he stick out like a sore thumb? Do we have a description of him, or we just go around asking for grifters?
No, he's been seen at the Nestled Nook Inn, and I believe he rented a room there. We just want to make sure that
less of a drifter, more of a customer.
Well, not a drift, but a grifter.
Oh, grifter. Oh, that is a little more interesting then.
Yes.
You and me are going to have a wonderful time together, I can tell.
And he goes, big fish, little fish.
No, see, you are a hook. I'm going to go over you, then I will be fishing for you. It'll be fun.
So we come back to you when we are done.
Yes, and sorry, payment. payment for this little fish. I will 10 gold for the little fish.
He's a little fish.
And is that even worth our time?
Big fish. Big fish is worth 500 gold.
That will be worth our time.
We're getting closer.
Dig the worms so we can get the bigger fish, because this is not even a fish. This is tying the rubber on the hook. We will be the hook. We'll be the pole. They point to him, and we'll reel it.
I feel like you're getting stuck in your metaphor when we could be getting this done.
You've she is to the point. I like this. All right.
She's probably right.
Come on, if nothing else, it's a trip to, and then when we're done, maybe we can get a drink.
Oh, this is.
Yes. That is
Are
a
you taking
good
orders?
idea. Good idea. Can we do a little retcon here? Would Brant and I have hung out at the Nestled Nook, or would we have kind of spent time at a different tavern?
So there's the Nestled Nook. There's a few other. You probably would have been at the Nestled Nook, to be honest. So you've been there. There's another one that people don't really go to, and it's the old mud hole.
Okay.
But
we do like bar crawls. We just kind of.
Well, yeah,
rotate.
and then so everybody that's been in Trust Involved for a little bit knows that they're famous for their beer. And so there are a lot of breweries, and there's a couple families that do brew. The Bombachs are notable, the Husseldorfs and the Von Brandts. Not to be confused with Brandt in our party.
They are the Von.
They're the Vons.
Well, we can lead the way. We know exactly where the Nestled Nook is.
Could I ask, because it's been a week, if everyone could give like a brief physical description of what they look like?
Heck yeah. That's probably a good idea. I can start if nobody wants to jump in, but I'm an older man, grayed salt pepper hair that's kind of just above the shoulders. I do have some scarring on my face that my hair kind of covers up, that you can see some of it. I do have a little kind of paunch, a little little pot belly going. Wear a long duster, blue tunic underneath.
So I am playing Brant. Brant is a fire ganassi, but his hair, unlike a lot of fire ganassi that goes like kind of straight up and it lays flat like regular hair, and he holds it just like about to his shoulders, but it does look like flame, where it has kind of like brighter near the crown as it drops to the darker as it reaches the tips of the hair. He is dressed in this kind of splint armor, and most of it it's fairly new. You can tell like he's bought it very recently. He carries on his back, you see there's a shield with a sword underneath it on one side, and then like a few throwy spears. Forgot the names of them all of a sudden.
Javelins.
That's okay. We'll come back. And in back, and what's that?
Javelins.
Javelin. Yeah, some javelins. And then, but his main thing, he uses this big glaive as almost like a walking stick. He doesn't even think about holding it anymore. And it's kind of him. What he looks like.
Nice.
Blazing.
We'll go ahead and move to Fuelon next.
Sure. Fuelon is a tiefling. A very odd-looking tiefling. She has coral skin, and she has split octopus pupil eyes, tentacles for hair. Her horns are made of coral, and she has shark teeth. And she's from the ocean. She's wearing sharkskin leather, studded leather, and carries a big scroll case. Not huge, but like a normal scroll case at her side, and otherwise seems unarmed.
Perfect.
Seems unarmed.
And the other cast member that's been introduced, Amethyl?
Well, this is the more pale member of the party. She is a half elf, and she's extremely fair with long light grayish blue hair, and light eyes, and she is dressed in a chain shirt. The colors of the clothes that you see that she's put with it, everything is in shades of lavender and blue, and she's definitely got an aesthetic going. And hanging by her side is a mace with a round head. That, if you had to guess, might remind you a little bit of a moon. That may or may not be by choice. And, so that it's kind of the one thing that is incongruous with her otherwise very chipper demeanor.
Okay. So, and I look just like you see on screen. So that's, imagine me talking. That's what I look like for everybody else.
But omniscient.
Kidding. So, the assistant, which you didn't get his name or he didn't give it, and it just quickly goes back to writing and looks up. He's like, post haste. And if you're taking drink orders, I will take 1 Trost, please.
You drink while you're working?
Well, I mean, he kind of looks around. Well, it's almost quitting time.
Well, then why don't you meet us there? We can give you our report.
Well, if I meet you there, how do you get paid?
Let's bring it with you.
Big fish, little fishes. Little fishes.
All right.
This guy.
All right. I say the sooner we get it done, the sooner we get on to the next job, right?
Yes, thank you.
I have to deal with this big fish.
Okay.
Honestly, I am getting tired of the fish metaphor, and I have grown up around fish. It's going on so long.
So you've offended her. Nice job. I can't walk out of the room.
I'm not offended. I am tired.
Well, I have a lot of work to do here. Please
look to the ones who said that they know where it is and lets them lead the way.
Sure. You guys walk through town. You've been in Trustin Wall for a little bit. You understand that it's not a huge town. Roughly 8,000 to 10,000 people, give or take. Knowing that, that is pretty good size. But knowing that the Zenith Festival is near, those of you that have been here for like a week have just seen that number grow. So the available rooms at the taverns and inns have really gone, they're in short supply at this point. So I'll ask the party, sans Travis, sorry. You all have been here. I know Brant and Quinn, you've been here for 2 weeks?
Yeah.
So you probably have rooms. Fuelan, how long have you been in Trust Involved?
I am brand new in Trust Involved.
No room. Perfect.
No room.
And Amethyl?
I think probably the same.
Okay. Yeah, so no rooms.
Well, we will show you around. Don't worry.
Sorry about all that. I have just a slight intolerance for the bureaucratic people who think they're the ones who've done all of the jobs, and it just gets to me every once in a while. So he thinks he's something important. He's paperwork. But I will not treat you in the same fashion, I promise. But how did you come to be in Trust Involved? We are here to taste its many delightful beers. Are you even convinced him that it was a good idea?
Please go ahead.
Oh, no, please.
Oh, no, I heard there was a need. I heard there were some interesting things coming about out here, and I thought, well, that just sounds like fun waiting to happen. So I thought I'd come out here and lend my talents.
Sounds fun?
Well, it depends. Because sometimes the reports that you hear are exaggerated. It could just be a Zenith Festival, right? But then there might be some things that really need a bit more attention. And that can be fun, depending on the circumstances. And to kind of pat the mace.
We cannot lie. There have definitely been talks of, things brewing underneath the surface. We that is why we were there. Trying, we will lend our hand where we can.
No, most
What
likely.
about you?
I hunt monsters and the people who help monsters. So here I am.
Elementals, okay.
Monsters. What kind of monsters?
There's many types. There's mostly I have fought those who live in the deep ocean. The sort of chthonic mind parasites, primordial beings locked away for centuries, that sort of thing. But sometimes it's a dire shark. It ranges in severity.
No devils.
No. Yeah, any devils?
No, I have not personally fought any devils. Normally, I do not believe that they come down that deep.
Deeper, I think. Well, that is out of my wheelhouse. I do not know any of what you just said.
And,
well, you see, a dire shark is like a shark, but bigger, and it has like spikes, and it is often very much more hungry. The normal shark, you just eats to feed. Dire sharks tend to have a worse personality. Whereas a chthonic, I'm gonna talk forever because we walk.
at the end of your Francis is like, well, that certainly sounds dire.
This guy.
Yes,
Elementals
that
are
is,
okay, yes?
it depends upon the elemental. They all have. They're like people. Some are friendly. Some are not.
Well, some were closer than others. I think we are here.
Yeah. So as you approach the
Conversation made that trip fast.
the Nestled Nook Inn, it is pretty full. So the streets have been pretty populated with just onlookers. People looking at Trust Involved before maybe the Zenith Festival, doing a little sightseeing. Not much to see here, so there's several different wards that you're familiar with. And the Nestled Nook Inn is in the Market Ward, so definitely not drinking blood, by the way. Sorry, that was a great cup. And as you open the door, it is packed in here. And as you look in, there are 10 different tables. Each table is full. Bar has 15 different seats up at the countertop, full, and it's standing room. You can see people are kind of chatting lively, and then off at one of the tables, a table all to themselves. But Barkeep is very busy handing out drinks, and some of you may know her. It is.
Yeah, I think we would know her.
Yeah, you've probably talked to her. The barkeep is Yorda. So you've been there, Yorda, just if you want to take notes, and running around very quickly, just doing their thing. So what do you guys want to do?
Does he have any like dice or like cards or anything out in front of him?
Travis, do you have any cards or dice?
Oh, you son of a bitch!
Nope, I am just sitting feet up on the table, taking a nice slow drink of my alcoholic beverage of choice and just watching the room.
Do you want to describe
for those?
That's always a good reason to invade someone's privacy. Let's do it. And I kind of, Yorda, I kind of wave to her.
Yes.
Round for all of us. We're going to go sit at the semi-empty table, the only one that is currently available.
Are you sure you want to sit there?
Yes, I'm quite sure.
What is there a problem?
No, he's been here for quite a while, and he's ordered one drink over 2-3 hours, and I'll deliver them there.
Excellent. Let's go. I kind of look around. Who would like to be the first? I can,
We are assuming it is this person by themselves who is not actively engaging in grifting. This is who we think it is.
Well, he's somebody who might be waiting for a criminal contact. These are some things that I've, over my years as a Lazo, if somebody is sitting alone at the bar during a festival, they've driven everyone else away from them, and usually they're waiting for somebody else to come in. Drinking only one drink gives them the right to stay and not loiter. So he knows the law enough to know that he's staying and leaving the table open. We're waiting for a contact. If nothing else, we will interrupt someone waiting for business, and then kind of take it from there. We'll buy him a drink for his trouble.
That sounds reasonable, right? Of course.
Totally fine.
So you get in the good graces, and he has to be doing something odd to have a table all to himself when all of these tables are full. So yes, I'll start making my way over that way.
I'll follow.
Yeah.
Pull out the chair next to him.
Okay. And Travis.
I'm sorry. Does that chair have your name on it? Because I don't see a label.
Oh.
Excuse
times.
Yes. I mean, it is here at the Nestled Nook. It is like family style. We all kind of just sit and share and.
No need to be so hostile. My family?
No, it is like family style.
Like my family is nobody, so those chairs are empty.
I may call Brent my brother, but we are not actually brothers.
We could be twins, though, no? So there is just, and what he means by family style is that there's no other room at the bar and we need to sit down, and maybe by the end of it we can at least not be... So, are you waiting for somebody?
I am waiting for nobody. And that does not include you.
That's okay. We are nobody. According to your semantics, we're allowed to stay here then. We'll order your
drink. And I'm allowed to leave, and I'll stand up.
Don't go so soon.
Please, Emetho, Fowlin, take the seat.
It's
go and sit down.
It's Fwylan, and I feel as if we are wasting time.
I assume you said those names loud enough for me to hear.
I would not have kept my voice down.
Well, have you moved away?
No, not yet.
Travis, do you want to get, did we get a description of...
So I am a rogue level 5 human, about 43 years old, 5'8", gray hair, silver eyes, and just tan skin, just enough to indicate I tend to stay out in the sun during the days a lot.
Still standing around the table? You just stood up?
I just stood up. I was going to walk away, but then I heard the Flywan name.
Thank you so much.
Well, you guys are insistent, aren't you?
This is silly. Can we... What are you two doing? Can we just... You're being very oddly rude for trying to be friendly. Excuse me, sir. We have heard reports that there's a grifter in this area. We just want to know what your business is, interest involved, and then we can move on.
And Emma feels like,
no business.
I mean, this is the dance that you take when you meet new people. There's no need to move so quickly.
You just come up and just take people's chairs.
No, sir, please have a seat, and we can get our friendship underway. There is no need to.
Friendship, boy, you are just full of assumptions tonight, aren't you?
See, he likes to play with the barbs. Am I reading wrong? You're having a wonderful time having the barbed conversation with us, guys.
All right, I will sit back down, but only if you answer this one question. Whoever can answer it. Tell me about the name Flylon. It's an interesting name.
It was given to me by my parents. It's from an ancestor likely the one who contributed the fiendish blood. Is there a reason that you are interested in my name?
I just thought it was interesting. It's one I haven't heard before. It was completely new to my ears, so I was curious, and I'm going to sit back down and take another drink.
You are all very strange up here. And I will finally sit down.
I am certainly no exception to that. You are correct.
Vylon, you are making me nervous but standing. Thank you for sitting.
Amethel kind of nudges the drink closer to her. Here, it's really good. I think you'll like it.
I do not drink while I'm working.
Well, later.
Working?
I believe I explained to you what we were doing. Yes.
So that's work?
Right now it is.
Are you cops? Are you part of the guardsmen here?
We don't have to tell you.
Yeah. If you're police, you have to tell me. This is entrapment. Well, what is your name? I mean, you know all of ours now. We gave them freely.
I'll take another sip.
Are you? Well,
I'm known as. Some have called me Vaughn.
Vaughn, a German, is a Zemnian descented name. This is excellent. I'm also of Zemnian descent. Do you have it in your blood? Is it just a family heritage left over?
It's just a name that people started to call me over the years, and I didn't correct them.
I found the names that way, but none of them were as kind as Vaughn.
You are here for the scene.
Vaughn means masculine and feminine at the same time. Do you know which one they were referring to you as?
Nope.
I'm going with masculine.
Don't care, frankly. Never asked. Never knew that. So thank you for teaching me something.
This is, the joy of conversation is learning through just, conversation.
I think Amethel was just really fascinated because it's like, normally people seem so much happier in inns and bars, and this is just a little bit throwing her off. But she's trying to get a feel for who this gentleman is that she's sitting with, trying to get a read on him.
Are you trying to keep a straight face, or would you say your expression would indicate that you're trying to figure me out?
She's just really genuinely curious about getting to know people. So kind of like, who is this curious figure in front of me? Not in a, I'm giving you that look kind of a way, but just like,
Okay.
Paula looks unimpressed with the whole situation. It's just like, why are we here?
So tell me more about this, what is it, Grifter you're looking for?
We were given very little information to go off of. It seems to be some sort of odd cat and mouse issue. Or I suppose fish, but I do not want to get you started again.
No fish.
Well, now I'm curious. What's this about fish?
Oh,
there we go. Amethel takes a drink. Oh no, we're gonna revisit that conversation.
It was a metaphor that went on too long about small fish being bait for large fish. It is do this small job, get access to a larger job.
Oh, I'm familiar. Yeah, that's weird.
Yes. One would think this was absolutely ridiculous. I don't understand what they want us to do. They just want us to find out. Of course, if he is a grifter, he's not going to say so.
Well, that's why normally you do not walk to them going, say, I'm looking for a grifter. Because most grifters will be like, well, that's not me.
So okay. They gave us, they didn't even give us a description, so we don't even know if we are talking to the right person.
That's correct. We were supposed to...
But we are having good conversation anyway.
And as you guys are all saying that, you look around and you see Yorda kind of eyeballing Vaughn as she passes and hands drinks out to other people. So you get the idea that Vaughn is maybe the person you're looking for, just by how people treat him. Yeah.
So you said that Yorda's giving the impression that I'm the grifter they're looking for?
That you're untrustworthy in the sea of people.
Gotcha.
But
And you haven't taken a drink of yours, right, Flaylon?
No, I have not. Foilon has not had any of her.
I would like to catch Yorda's gaze if I can and call her over to request a different drink for her.
Oh, see?
Whatever she'll drink. If you're going to be at my table, you have to have some kind of drink.
I have a drink in front of me.
But you're not drinking it. Let's find you something. Water or something? Anything?
Water is fine. I am so... Yes, that's fine.
Then I will request one water for you.
You seem kind buying drinks. How did you keep a table empty so long?
Mostly by not letting people take the seats, but you guys were just insistent.
I kind of stand up and I'll let this one for a little bit. I have to, and I stand up and go over to the bar. I try to catch Yoda's attention.
I would like my body language to represent a little bit of relief now that the table is one less person.
Yeah, and Yorda running around quickly, trying to fill drink orders.
And then, so if when she gets the thing, so he, I assume, works for the government in some capacity. And we're here to just as a test of some sort. You've seen this many times. He comes, sits by himself, and then other people walk in. And
I don't know what you're talking about.
Have you seen him here before?
I think he's renting a room upstairs, I believe. We've just gotten a few complaints, that you might say, that he's up to nefarious doings. Maybe swindling. Card games that might be rigged. Where's the queen? Ooh, I don't know. Maybe over here, maybe over there.
Oh, excellent. Thank you. And then I'll grab order another beer and head back to the table.
Oh, on your tabs, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and she runs back, and you head back to the table. What is, while Brant was gone, what is Fwylon, Amethyl, Quinn, and Vaughn doing? What are you all talking about with Vaughn?
So how did you guys get onto this Grifter's job? Like, clearly you're not guardsmen if you didn't even get a description.
I think there were two things happening. One of them was the open table. And two, you were sitting by yourself, so we took a seat. You feel
what's your motivation for looking for this Grifter, as you called them?
I mean, let's file that under point B. Point A is we are here to have a good
became
time.
Like point A0, because that's now the most important point, since you're trying to dodge the question.
You look guilty.
No, it's...
I will say it.
I believe he is asking why we are doing this job.
Yep, right. That's exactly what I'm asking. I wasn't trying to assume that you thought I was the Grifter, though now I'm kind of leaning that way.
It's crowded. People are gathering for a festival. They're just kind of curious about who's here, and I don't know, maybe you're just really good at cards or dice, or I don't know what. Maybe some people are just sore losers, but rumors spread.
There are reports of monsters or other disturbances in the city, but they will not let us take care of it for some reason unless we do this silly errand. That is why we are here.
Okay, thank you for your honesty.
And it might be nothing, but you know how it is when people are crowded in a small place,
At that point, Brant will sit back down. So it is him. They said that he has been the one who has been treating people to entertainment while they lose their money. But I don't think there's anything illegal about what she's describing. At least not in the Concord. So, all we were supposed to do was just say we found him, because I think they did not have a description. That's why they did not give us one. And so,
I stand up immediately. All right, we are done. Let's go.
We have not finished our drinks yet.
You know, I was going to say that, but I didn't want to be that person.
You want to drink right before go?
Well, two of us want to stay. That is the majority, I think.
That is half.
Oh, sorry, 3.
See. I mean, you don't.
Listen, this job, we can waste his time waiting for us.
It's a losing fare when you order the drink, pay for the drink, and do not finish the drink. So.
But Ramsey, Van, for your time and for wasting it, what drink would you like?
I'll just take like another like hoppy drink, whatever. I don't remember the name of what I've got here.
Trust.
The trust is quite.
Yep, that works. I'll take one of those.
It is so good.
The secretary asked us to bring back a drink anyway. I do not know why we have to stay here.
You don't have to do anything.
Things are very efficient under the water, aren't they?
Everything is about survival. We have times for merriment, but it is not during a job.
Oh, okay. Well, we take it where we can get it. If it would make you feel more comfortable, I can go with you and do the job, return the job while they stay here and enjoy their drinks, and possibly mine if we are not quick enough.
We will hold your spot.
I'll go pick up the Fwalain's Trost, order another one so we have 2, and he's like, so that way when the job is done, you can enjoy.
There's another job after this.
But he probably won't give it to us today. He will be closing up shop by that. He will definitely, if I know these types, he'll be like, come back tomorrow, first thing in the morning, we will go there, we will him to get settled, take his coffee while he waits. Unfortunately, the surface is not as organized as under the ocean.
How is everyone so unconcerned with things like monsters up here? Why is this... It's like, I shall take a break in the middle of the day. Maybe someone will get hurt in that time, but I am tired. What is all this?
I've not seen any monsters.
That is the thing. The ones who have the power to let us do what we'd like to do are the ones we have to wait on. They are the ones who are preventing us from doing the things that we like to do. Unfortunately, they are in control of... If we do it without their permission, we can be considered illegal and part of the problem, because then they won't have control over it. So we have gotten used to waiting, and to wait in frustration like you're doing now, it serves no purpose. Don't worry. And once we are moving forward and we are shown to be a valuable resource, they will use us and use us and use us and use us until we are dead. But until that time, we can enjoy a beer or 2, and I will do what I can to help you become comfortable. In the meantime, a trust when we turn in this task.
All right.
A chance for you to prove me wrong.
How about the drink first?
No, that is exactly what I'm talking about.
That is...
Fwalain just looks so, like, beyond, like, just like that thing where you're, like, beyond your breaking point, so you just, like, stare off into the middle distance, like, I am losing all patience.
We have laughter. Okay, let's go. And he kind of, like, starts to go out. He like touch her to move her, but he's like, nope, no touching. He's just gonna kind of, like, start the way towards the door with the 2 beer steins in hand.
She follows, and she definitely, there is a very, like, military sort of, like, she walks straight, like, back straight, like, just very precise, just very much, like, she has training, and she is very frustrated about the very lackadaisical nature of what's going on here.
This will end well, I can tell.
So just tell me this. What are you supposed to do with this grifter if you found them?
No, that's a really good question.
Yeah, wouldn't you like to know? I'm going to stand up and I'll kind of give Vaughn a pat on the shoulder there. Maybe a little rough. And I'll stick out my other hand for handshake. Vaughn, we will see you around.
Maybe you will.
All right. I'll do like...
What if I'm the grifter you're looking for?
I mean, that's what we were not told to bring you anywhere. We're just told to talk to you, and we are going to go deliver this message and Get paid.
Paid, huh?
And say maybe, oh, you shouldn't be grifting. I don't know.
Yes, I mean, Amathel, we should teach him a lesson. Do not grift.
I mean, they
I'll
were
stop right
really
now.
they were really not explicit. Their expectations were vague.
Right. So we did.
What kind of leadership is this?
I mean, to be clear, you guys didn't ask what offenses he had.
Well, it is.
Well, I don't know if I am the grifter you're looking for, but I'd really like to go talk to this person that told you to come find this grifter. I don't know, because this sounds just like terrible orders. I don't know what they're trying to do.
Vaughn, I do not want you to move. Somebody needs to gather dust here in the corner of the nestled nook, and that is you. You hold down this table and chair, and maybe we see you later.
I would like to just like brush my arm and with prestidigitation make sure that a bunch of dust just flies right off. Looks like I've collected enough dust.
I will cast Mage Hand and start tapping him on the other side.
I will cast Mage Hand and shake and lift that Mage Hand off of my shoulder.
Well, okay, so we all know a little bit of magic. Good on you.
Looks that we do. Quince, right? That was your name?
My friends call me Queen.
Quinn? I'm sorry to like you.
No, don't call me Quinn. We've made it clear that we are not friends.
You made it clear you were trying to make friends with me, and you're getting there. A little bit.
I keep erasing that line you draw in the sand, and I move it a little bit closer to you.
So as you're trying to leave, Yorda comes over to you, Fwylon and Amatheo. I hate to be rude, but were you going to pay for those drinks?
Yes, they're on the tab. We have a running tab with you, and then.
You wanted them on the
we'll bring
group
the
tab.
tags back. Don't worry, it's for the official. Yes.
You wanted them on the group tab. Oh, my apologies.
No.
I just wanted to make sure I didn't want, you to get into trouble with the law because it is very serious.
I apologize. Money is a bit of a new thing to me. How much is it? I don't know what the tab is.
I have a room tab here that you can put it on. Sorry, it was the you said tab earlier, so I was assuming that you'd put these on the tab. Don't worry, I promise I will square up before we leave. We have to come back for our stuff that is here anyway.
Seabass said he would pay for him.
My buddy Seabass.
Is it?
Yes. Yorda, put it on our room tab.
Oh yeah, I can do that. I just wanted to make sure, no issues. Gotta cross my T's and dot my I's.
And Vaughn, I will do you one better. Yoda, we will cover Vaughn's tab too.
I don't know about that.
Oh, that's one whole drink?
I will.
No. Please don't.
She kind of snaps back at you. Oh, that one whole
I
drink?
prepaid for this original drink.
Okay. As long as we are square.
Okay, it's good. I will put it on your tab. Thank you. Enjoy the festival. I know some of you are staying here. Hopefully, the others have accommodations.
Actually, I need to figure that out. I just got in town.
And she makes kind of a ooh face.
Yeah, late arrival.
Well, come back and talk with me. We'll see what we can do. It may not be the best accommodations, but it would be sufficient.
Brent, we can surely bunk together.
I've slept many nights on the floor. I do not mind. I brought my pack with me.
Yes, Brent and I will bunk together, and you take. The two of you can take our empty room.
So kind.
Yes, I mean,
Yes, okay. Well, just look to Yorda and say, well, just let me know how much.
I mean, Yoda is kind of lying to you when she says that there is an extra room because, I mean, look around. It's not happening today. So.
Well, just let me know how much to, cover.
Yeah. We will square away when all this is over. Yeah.
And as you guys are talking, Yorda kind of looks back. Okay, and quickly helping all of the other people around. So you're heading back to the Starostas?
Yeah, I'll head out.
Mm-hmm.
Vaughn in tow?
Vaughn is a free man.
Come on, Vaughn, let's go.
Nobody has asked me to go, and I am not ready to go on my own.
I thought that.
Go ahead.
I thought that Sue were staying here to watch.
I'll stay. And she just a friendly smile.
Do you will you come with us or to clear this up so we can move on?
And she kind of leans into some of the group privately and says, "Do we want to keep an eye on things in case, or not?"
Well, he seemed to express an interest in finding out who was interested in him. Why don't we take him with us?
Okay, all right, I'm all for that. That makes it easy.
Verstohlen! He yells out to Vaughn.
I'll go with you. I'll go with you.
This is excellent.
Let's take in the night air or the day air. I don't even know what time it is.
It's late afternoon, probably 4-ish if you were to guess.
Oh, it's getting to be almost her favorite time of day. This is great.
Day drinking is the best.
No, this is the best. This is the best time of the day. The winds start to howl through the valley here, and is bringing a lot of the ocean air inward. I mean, if you like that salty kind of air, it is quite pleasant.
Falling, you said you have no weapons but a scroll case?
I have a scroll case.
Alright. Walking along, Brant's gonna be like, I see there is training but no weapons, so your training is with any points at the scroll case? Is this correct?
I'm sorry, I do not understand what your question is.
You've practiced a lot to how to hold yourself, how to walk, how to fight. But I'm seeing no weapons, that the things that normally are somebody who has this amount of effort put into the way they present themselves. So I'm assuming that any points to the scroll case, that is the thing that you focus your energies on. Minus any points to this giant glaive.
Yes, I do have weapons in my bag. It is not what I usually use, but yes, I use my scroll.
This is excellent. So unfortunately, I'm learning magic as of this time, but I assume it is magic that you use for to deal with most situations.
Yes.
That is excellent. What is the scariest thing you've fought?
Do you mean as a regiment or on my own?
Let's do regiment. Those are always a much more exciting story.
So there are a lot of different aberrations in the deep. I haven't faced any of the larger chthonic entities. Most of them are, locked away. So usually it is followers. I'm not sure the name outside of Primordial, but it is like a large lobster with tentacles for the mouth, and can cause problems with your thinking. So Chul, I believe it is called. A lot of magic users as well in the deep. I was near an aboleth, but was not facing that myself.
We had an aboleth who had taken over an entire ship, Dockwit, on our shores. It took at least 25 of us, I believe it was, by the end of it. And it is a terrifying experience. It had taken up inside of the cabin of the ship and taken over the entire crew. We thought it was a normal ship until strange things started to happen, as it lured people into the board of this ship. And so that is an insane thing. I cannot imagine. How big are your regiments? Are they 5, 10, 100?
It is all of us. It is our way of life. So a regiment can vary in size, depending.
So you did not have a certain section of your population who was a guard or an army. Everyone was called upon.
I mean, it is like here. There are people who need to do the regular jobs, such as the hunting and the fishing and farming. The bureaucracy. But everyone has to learn to fight, and everybody takes a turn to fight. And many of us, it is our way of life.
I like that.
It is, as with all things, there are advantages and disadvantages, but I find it much easier to understand than up here.
I understand that. Up here it can be quite confusing even between those who live here. This place we are here now is much different from where I grew up in Broken Bank. Do you know the Menagerie Coast well? Or have you just serviced unto the Zemian Empire?
I am rather new to this area. I believe I was near the Menagerie Coast, but I do not stay in one place for long.
Always finding the next thing to kill and rid the world of its evil?
Mm-hmm. And then I motion to the 2 bear traps on my backpack.
Oh, those are... I've seen these used in fights rather than a trap before. Have you ever tried throwing a set one at a person?
I am... Outside the water, I have trouble with throwing things. It's gravity is very different when you're not floating.
So, maybe I'll show you what's it. He had it on a chain and he swung it around. It caught right here, and he kind of gestures to like this, and then he pulled the person down. It was one of the craziest things I've ever seen. It, of course, he wanted very badly to be a Zelezo, and that is just one of... I don't care if it is a gladiatorial arena. That is very rude.
About the Chain Devil, are you?
No, that was his nickname after that, though.
I mean, Vaughn, speaking of magic, are you a wizard?
No, I've just picked up a few tricks along the way.
Nice. All base level, kind of low level magic.
Oh yeah, nothing fancy. I can just make little things happen here and there. I can do the mage hand thing. I've been able to do fire bolts here and there. I got a couple other small little things I can do.
Great.
Nothing fancy. I'm sure nothing to the level that you seem to be.
Well, I know a few tricks. I think the biggest trick so far was getting you out of that seat and on your feet and moving this way. What ultimately did it?
Mostly just how terrible this person was who gave you this order to go find this grifter. I just have to know more.
Oh, trust me.
Like, why did they let you go with no information? Like, who is this person?
Oh, they were too busy, but also wanted us to bring them back a beer. Like,
yeah, I think it was more the motivation behind the beer.
I think it's been a really long day for him.
Yeah,
it has to have been. It must be hard for him to get to the day when he does stuff like this.
It's okay. You will tell your friend back when we meet him. I'm sure you're all part of this thing. There's no way, if this is how they run things, telling us without an inside person to tell them how horrible we were at the job, it would be very...
it is interesting.
You guys did the best you could with what you had, which was nothing.
Well,
that's all on him. That's not you. I mean, you could have asked, I guess.
Vaughn, what do you think of the name Verstochen? We could call you Ver for short. It means stealthy, kind of surreptitious, covert. A little better than Vaughn, which could go either way.
Nope, I'm good. Thanks.
But Vaughn is not your name.
That's what people call me.
Well, then am I not allowed to call you something?
It is good enough to use as a name that he has provided.
Vaughn is what people call me. That's all I'm saying.
Which people? You have no family. That's fine.
You know,
So
as soon as he says that, I'm gonna get a little bit of an angry face on my angry look on my face, and I would like to take my mage hand and can I make it slap him? Not super hard or anything.
Well, you can do. I mean, you can do 5 pounds of pressure. I mean, you can make it hit him. It's not going to really do damage.
Oh, I don't want it to be damage. I just want it to be want it to be like a "don't talk about family with me" kind of thing.
Slapped 100 times by Mage Hand. It isn't sure if it's you or Quinn who's doing it, but he just walks straight forward.
Please don't mention family with me, please.
Sorry, did not you? All right, no
I
problem.
didn't tell you. You didn't know, but it's a soft spot. And if you must know Lysander, you can call me Lysander.
Excellent.
Lysander Fru.
Lysander, it is a pleasure to meet you. And I apologize. I will stay away from sore spots that I know of. I promise you.
You can't because you don't know them, but that's the only one. That's the only one I've got.
All right.
And at this point, you guys have made it to the Starosta's office. And you try the door. And it opens. I'm kidding.
It's only 4 o'clock.
The waiting.
So you walk.
Did we get locked out?
So you walk through the building to the Starosta's office. It's a small, nice building. It's quaint, one might say. It really fits the town, put it that way. So nice wood building. Couple offices here and there, but the main office is the Starosta's office. And as you approach, you see that the assistant is not at his desk.
Huh.
Brent, we cannot leave that beer overnight.
No, that would be a crime to the beer.
Well, and I'll hold out my hand, I mean.
Yeah, okay. So, I hand it over to you. Fallen with the. You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna go over and look under the desk.
What?
Hiding.
So also now what Discord's doing is permanently muted my mic on my screen. I don't know if that shows on your screen.
Yeah.
It does, but it's
Wow, man, something.
Discord hates me. No, yeah. So as you go and look around the desk, he is not there. He's not under his desk.
Is there any doors or anything in the back of the office?
So there is a door right next to his desk that leads into the Starosta's office. But then there's hallway with other doors and offices. Yeah.
That's strange.
Just gonna go knock on the door by the desk.
Okay. No response. But you hear people talking in there. You do not hear the voice of the assistant, though.
All right, I'm just.
Go ahead.
No, it's fine. Someone.
I was just gonna say I'm kind of looking around, kind of fiddling with papers on the desk. If there's a bookshelf, kind of thumbing through it. Not really caring much about.
Did you drink the trust?
Yeah, and I'm sipping. Yeah. I mean, he's not here.
Can I hear what they're talking about?
Yeah. Give me a perception check.
Sure.
I think
first roll of the game.
Woo!
An hour and a half in.
I have a +0 on this, but I rolled a 14.
Yeah. So you put your ear up to the door, and you can hear a female voice and a male voice that is different than the assistant that you were talking to earlier. But the female voice, you could tell, has presence in that voice, and they're talking about just the Zenith Festival. It's coming up in 2 days. Some of the reports they've gotten, some of the different small vendors that are coming to sell their wares, just normal Zenith Festival prep. So ensuring that all of the booths are ready, the games are ready, the carnival's ready. Well, not carnival, but that type of atmosphere is ready. And then last minute checks on vendors. Have they confirmed? things like that.
Boring stuff.
And-
For Phylan.
And Phylon, as your ears up to the door, you hear somebody come up behind you. Excuse me, what are you doing?
We are waiting for you.
Were you
back.
were you eavesdropping on the Starosta?
Well, there was no one here, so we were thinking you were in there. She was just merely trying to fulfill her duty to you. Isn't that right?
We brought you a trust.
Yes, we did. It's probably about half gone. I tripped on a rock and spilled a little.
Did you get this from the Nestled Nook?
Yes.
I'm going to have to complain to you a lot.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm going to
There's
have
no
to. I'm
complaint.
going to have to make a complaint to Yorda.
Yorda.
Full.
It is not her fault.
You don't mess with Yorda, and you take this full one. And I hand him foil line, and I look at foil line with a, I'll buy you another one, sort of look. And then I take the half one away from him and be like, so you have a little power, maybe leave her alone. She makes this possible. And I hand it back to Quinn.
Yorda has more power than I do. I'm just an assistant here. I don't wield any power in this town.
This is ridiculous. You have sent us on some wild errand. I was checking to see if the Starosta was available to speak to, because this is absolutely asinine at this point.
Oh, I see you picked up a new friend. But you are back. Did you handle the Grifter like you were asked?
So you're the one that asked about the Grifter?
We brought him to your doorstep. That is worth more gold than what was originally offered, by the way.
And he leans in. He leans into you, Quince, and he goes, "But I asked you to deal with the Grifter, not to bring him to me. What am I going to do? I don't. You're not getting paid. You're not getting paid to bring me the bad guys. I'm not."
Wouldn't you like to hear it from the horse's mouth himself? He is here. We brought him.
Did I hear him whispering?
You can give me a perception check as well.
I would have said that loud enough.
Everybody can give me one if you're interested in hearing that.
Oh, sure.
Rolled a 19 plus.
We open the floodgates on the dice rolls. Here they come.
Okay.
That's a 19 on perception, so.
Okay, so 23 for Brant, 19 for Amethyl.
Yeah.
Vaughn, are you doing it?
One.
You do not hear.
Travis in full effect.
I told you. I was going to give you a run for your money.
And Belle, were you curious?
No, Phylan does not care.
Okay, so
Behind him, I'm gonna whisper in his ear. We don't have a jail. We don't have anything to do with him. Were you telling it if you wanted him beat up or killed?
Well, but
that's a lot more money.
Did you see if he was doing anything wrong?
Yeah.
Was the question.
Why don't you ask him?
You didn't give us any details.
Grifter, come here, please.
The name.
Is that supposed to be me? Because I don't know where you got the idea I'm a grifter.
Well, there have been reports that you may have been swindling people out of their money.
I mean, that could be me.
Fishy
but
card games.
How do you know that I'm the one that they were looking for?
Fishy card games. Is that you? Here we are with the fish references. Why are you guys? What are you?
Well, you know what they say: a fool and their money are soon parted. You cannot protect a fool from being parted from their money.
What does that have
Boy,
to do
this
with
guy knows what he's
fishes?
talking about.
Are card games illegal?
Well,
I knock on the Starosta's door again.
please do not do that. She's in the middle of a meeting.
And you're in the middle of incompetence. Don't make her knock again.
Dude, seriously, incompetence for real.
Well, I mean,
How did you let these guys do without a description?
To be fair, let's round the scenario out. I ask you guys to ask the Grifter to leave. You then
You
make
did not do
friends.
this. You said deal with the Grifter.
Okay,
you
sorry.
Didn't tell us any precise instructions.
It's fair. But then your interpretation of the word deal is to bring him to my office. Anyways,
Yeah, so you can take him
Yes,
if you're going to
yes,
trial
yes.
to find out.
can I ensure? And he turns to you, Lysander. Can I ensure that you are not going to cause trouble for the festival tomorrow? I mean, maybe not set up a card.
I have
card
no
to
intention
table
of causing any
and taking people's
major
money.
disruptions or anything.
Major disruptions? We can't even have minor disruptions. Can I ensure that is going to be taken care of?
Look, man, I can't make any promises.
Can I cut in here and slam my hands on the desk and just go, this is absolutely ridiculous. There are monsters or some other disturbance out there, and you are sitting here making us do some stupid runaround for some person who might be good at cards. This is absolutely asinine. I will storm into that office if you do not get your shit together.
Well,
and I'd like to intimidate. I'd like to intimidate.
Yeah, go ahead.
Holy first.
If it's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can I clear my eyes and hair to give her advantage?
Yeah, I love it.
You should probably listen to her.
I'm gonna say you don't need advantage.
I mean, without advantage, I got a 23.
Okay,
so.
I rolled a 3.
Yeah.
And instantly, you kind of see him. He was very, very good posture, and he was very like standing to attention, right? You kind of see him hunch down. And he goes, "Fine, whatever. This is your gold. You," and he points to you, Lysander. "Do not cause any troubles tomorrow. Otherwise, I will regret giving this gold out."
We will keep our eyes on him.
And let me be clear. But this isn't. And he turns back to you, Foilon. This isn't. Yes, you're right. This is a menial task in the sense of the grand scheme of things. But how do I know your true merit if I can't test you?
If we fail, then we die, most likely. What I don't understand.
Maybe you're not familiar with our rules, but we here for I hate to use the term mercenaries like yourselves. We offer half up front because we want the trust and the quality that we expect. So we will pay half up front, and if we can't trust you, I don't feel comfortable paying you half up front. Does that make sense?
If you had better guards and better security, you wouldn't have to do this.
Well, to be fair, our guards and our security are protecting the entire empire, so I'm sorry that our small town is not protected well enough for you, but we are doing our best.
Can I just say that this group found me, the Grifter you were asking them to find, with no information from your incompetence?
Well, I told them where to find you, and
I think
you didn't tell them what I looked like. You didn't tell them anything else. Come on, this group is clearly capable of handling a lot of things. They've proven that for you. They deserve their half for sure.
Would you say he has made a better impression than you? At least he knows how to find a grifter. He knows how to give people a job. He's more competent at your job than you are, I think. And if you're not careful, this Sterosa might find out. We better get out of here quick, don't you think? Money.
Oh, yeah, and he puts out the 10 gold total. 10 gold total. You don't get 10 gold each. So split that however you might.
Oh God!
But then he hands you the next sheet of paper.
Now we are talking.
Now this is the big fish that I talked about.
Yes. Okay. We will help fill in the gaps where your guards in your town bureaucracy is not able to do it.
Need assistance.
Well, I'm sorry, but it's this is at every town. This is at every town, not just our small town. So
I am just saying I love Trostenwald and I will step in.
He's saying, "What do you need the assistance? We are more than happy to help." And then I hand out 3 gold to everybody else that was on the job, and I take 1 for myself. I look at it, kind of roll it over my fingers, and then look over and flip it over to Vaughn.
I will refuse the gold just with a polite hand up. I already want to read the paper that we were handed.
Okay. He's gonna hold on to it, but you see he puts it into a separate, smaller pouch.
And Mathael makes a note, and we'll revisit that conversation at another time. She's intrigued.
Yeah, so he hands you a paper with a couple different line items, almost like a shopping list. First one is Old Bernard, and it's very chicken scratch. It's not full sentences. So clearly whoever was writing it is in a hurry. But the first one is Old Bernard, and then Mysterious Creatures, and then second one was Odd Sighting at a Cave. And the the assistant, he kind of he goes, "I like you. I like all of you. You guys got moxie, and you will make a very good group." And he pulls out a second bag, and so he put the tiny coin purse of 10 gold to you, but then he pulls out a second bag with a little bit more heft to it, and so he pulls that and he puts it out there and goes, "This is for half of this first job. Do one job, come back, get the other half. Do the second job, gets more money." And as promised, it's 250 gold pieces, which is half of the 500. And he goes, "Now, don't," and he kind of like, I don't want to say like scarily like looks at Fwylana, but please do not abuse this trust. But please go talk to old Bernard. He can be found at the docks. He has several stories of fish, probably. This is a fish campaign, so I hope you all like the fish. No, he has several stories of these monsters that seem to be coming up. These mysterious creatures that we have no idea what are. But that's where to start, and as we approach the zenith, I'm assuming, I hope these 2 tasks are taken care of by that festival. As the zenith comes, we may have more jobs for you. Hopefully, more gold. These are high-paying jobs for now, because they are the highest threat to the joyous occasion that we're trying to have. So, yes,
good.
yes, no.
Good, very good. No, very good. I don't, nothing.
What does old Bernard look like?
Well, he's old.
Hey.
Well, that's a better description than you gave them for me. What else can you tell us about him?
No, to be fair, he will stick out like a sore thumb. So the doc, if you're not
name tag.
Say that to
Right,
me.
so now you are just disrespecting all of us. Old, sore thumb, what?
What are you talking about? He will stick out. He is.
I did not say that.
So he's much noticeably older than the others.
Oh yes, yes, and he's not really there to work. He's there to tell his stories and his fish. But old Bernard, he's an older gentleman. Long beard, wiry white hair. Sometimes wears a cloak. Sometimes wears pantaloons. Sometimes wears his knickerbockers. Sometimes he. I don't like to tell tall tales, but sometimes wears nothing, and hopefully you don't catch him on one of those days. But
and you sent us after Lysander here. And
well, no. See, this again. We just need to make sure he's not doing anything wrong. But he has tall tales, and it is your job to figure out if some of those are actually real.
Right.
Okay,
Well,
that
you
sounds
want to know
good.
this?
that's all we have to do is figure out if his tales are real.
Well, and then
Come back to you
no,
and get the other 250.
I didn't know how to be explicitly clear with everything that I have to tell you. What I want you to do. What I want you to do. Write this down. Pen and paper, and he hands it to you. What I want you to do. Find out if his tales are real. Figure out what they are. And
real,
then kill them.
Eliminate. Okay, all right.
If it okay. I guess there's a bit of a gray area. If the tale is that it's another human being, you cannot do that. That is murder, and you will get in trouble unless they're doing nefarious things like card games, like Grifter over here, and he side eyes you, Lysander.
You killed.
No, we
Grifters.
don't. It was a joke.
Oh.
It was a joke.
Oh, sorry, we're not on joking terms. You have done terribly so far.
Oh, I thought we were becoming friends. You brought
But
me,
I slap him on the back.
and he's like, "You brought me a beer. We were growing fond." She scared me. I don't know what else to say.
Okay.
He broke up there.
Alright.
I told him it was a joke and I slapped him on the back.
And he kind of like
Goodness.
cries a little bit. He's like,
So you are saying that we need to use our best judgment to not kill sentient, sapient creatures who are doing misdeeds, but if it is some sort of monster or otherwise, then yes, we should eliminate.
See, she gets it.
Yep.
It is. She wrote it down.
That's all I needed to hear is that, don't kill indiscriminately. That's relief because you know how this whole thing started today. I was a little nervous.
Yeah, don't kill the Grifter. Clearly,
Right.
he's a friend. But she must be your leader. Follow her lead, and what I want you to do is this task, and then come back, and I will give you more tasks. Big fishes.
Big fishes.
Little man.
We should go.
Let's go.
I am with you. Let's walk on out of here. Lysander, Vaughn, are you coming with us, or are you going back to the nestled nook?
It will keep you busy during the next few days where they're so worried about you, and you can make a handsome coin.
It'll keep me out of trouble, and I'll give the assistant a bit of a daggery look. So I'll join you. It could be fun.
Maybe there's a couple of good stories to hear.
I'm sorry. I just want to make sure. You said you had a little bit of magic, but that does not make you a fighter in any sense. This isn't really for fun.
Well, yes, but Lysander's magic is like baby magic, really.
I just want to make sure you know what you are getting into. It is not. I am not saying that you are not welcome.
I can fight. My magic's not like the most dangerous magic in the world, but I'm capable of fighting.
All right. That is all I wanted to make sure of.
That is one thing you'll learn about card sharks is they know how to continue their business, or else they do not make it very far.
And I would like to have pointed out my rapier as I was talking about that.
Yep.
Rapier
Nice.
wit.
I also have a short bow on my back too.
I assume we're outside of the building now.
Yeah.
Froilan, this seems to be right up your alley. Mysterious creatures, water. I'm excited for you.
Thank you. I'm sorry. Yes, this is somewhat familiar for me, but it is not something to celebrate.
The ending of evil is not a celebration. We are getting ready.
The evil first. Right now, it is just evils that exist, and we must deal with.
You're not happy to find the direction that leads you to what your goal is.
We are still standing here, and all we have is a name and that there are stories. It's not something to celebrate. It is something to investigate.
There was the excitement of the chase, the excitement of the learning of new information, and
I am pleased that you are excited for this.
Which way to the docks, by the way?
We will go this way.
Amatheo, what is your view of fun? Do you have it? I know that Fowlin is
Foilan.
Foilan is having a different definition than I'm used to. What is yours?
Oh, I think mine is probably a little bit closer to yours. Life can... Well, I like having fun. My parents are entertainers. I'm used to it, But fun is where you can find it and make it. And sometimes just doing a job really well is fun for me. So, depending on what we find, I'm kind of excited. Because I like doing my job, I like doing it well.
Do you make the entertainment?
Unfortunately, no. I didn't get any of that, but I sure love it. And I adore artists, and I adore bards, and they're wonderful. So I went a different path. But they're very supportive.
That is good of a parent.
Yeah, they're all very nice about it.
You will enjoy the Zenith Festival. It's going to be all of those kind of entertainments, bards and dancing and singing, and Should be a good time.
I look forward to it. I just try to help out where I can, And if it means getting rid of some monsters that would otherwise make the festival not fun for other people, then I've had a good day,
I think Lysander is exactly the same way. He just wants to get, do what is good for the common people.
Right.
You almost had me here, but now you're putting words in my mouth.
I have a feeling he appreciates these things.
We're just assuming the best.
I don't really care about the greater good, but I do what I can to make sure that things don't collapse around me and that I can at least continue to enjoy my time where I am. And that would ideally include not letting this whole festival go to hell.
And if nothing else, maybe we meet an interesting old man who has stories.
Travis
sounds like
who clearly stands out.
Well, and to be honest, it'll be interesting. But this is where we're going to end for tonight. We have been riddled with technical issues, and we will come back next Wednesday with a fresh stream, fresh day. It is unfortunate. I'm sorry. I don't think we'll normally end it at 2 hours, but it'll be a little bit longer than that. I just am constantly having to stop and mute and then unmute, and then it's thrown my game off. Yeah. And anyways, I want to say thank you for everybody coming here. So we'll see you guys then. Bye. It's going to be 10 seconds before the rain starts.
I will hold it. I will hold my pose. Just
a little longer.
I gave up.